hopefully, maybe I can get the dogs in there with them. Oh, there's way too many dogs. Yeah, so this squad, this particular group of dogs, not hidden at all. There we go. So that entire line of dogs and cavalry are now invisible until they get closer. So they won't do anything to counter them, especially on this shit difficulty for babies. Oh god, I have a lot of bats. Alright. They won't do anything to counter those. Put you behind those because you're flying anyway. Because they won't know they're there. Now your leaders... Normally, I probably want to change this up actually. Yeah, that's fine. The zombies can't die that fast, can they? Your leaders you want near your main group that's going to be fighting, especially when they're melee leaders like this. Now they can take some damage, so you got to watch them. But they do a ton of damage, and they keep your infantry lines from breaking. So basically what happens is if you have a group get surrounded or die too much, they start running. If they've got a lord with them, however, the lord keeps them from completely breaking and being useless. So you can deal with that separately. So the AI, even on this difficulty, is not dumb enough to just walk up and die most of the time. So they normally will still form up ranks, and they will try and flank you. So, like, I'm kind of out of position for where they're coming from right now. Because right now they could clash into this side, and it would actually seem like they did a good thing. However, they're so far away, I don't want them, they're in the bushes. I could easily change up these formations before they get anywhere near us. And this entire flying group, because of how fast they are, I could put them literally anywhere and get them back into the fight, you know, whenever I need to. Now the issue here is there is a 20-minute time limit. I have lowered it from the 60 minutes because that seemed ridiculous to me if a fight's dragged out that long. I am the attacker, so if I let the time run out, they win. So if they're going to sit there because their AI wants to turtle because of their unit type, which is what they're doing, I have to ride out to meet them. So I'm going to have to move over there and attack them. So what we're going to do is move forward and see how they react. Yeah, everyone's lined up. Which means I can't leave these guys here because it's too far away. They're heading that way, so we're going to run our cavalry out that way. And all of our flying brethren are going to head this way, because their flyers are moving forward. Looks like they're just redoing their formations, reacting to my movement. See how much faster, like, these zombies are incredibly slow compared to everyone else. Like, these guys have left the tree line. All the frickin' Fellhound direwolves are out to the side already. And my infantry's just crawling along. These undead are so slow compared to the rest of the army balance. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way when I get to building and have enough income to make it so my army doesn't even have any of these. If I get an entire line of Blood Knights and better units than this, these will get scrapped entirely. These are insanely slow. Moving fast. Yeah, fuck you. Notification. Strong binding flanks secure. Yeah, I know your flanks are secure. They're over there. What's he got on the front? Spearman. Got a couple bat units. Now these are bad against armor, but I think the only thing I have that's armored is literally the Blood Knights. I don't think these count. But they will do less damage to these guys because they are partially armored. So what we're going to do here is if the zombies ever catch up, is we're going to move this line forward again. Because our guys can get there quicker than everything else they've got. So once they react, and they will, they also have no ranged units. So this is, I'm being overly cautious here for no reason. I mean, at worst, even if I screw this up and just charge face into them, like, my skeletons will get damaged, I might lose a zombie group. And it literally wouldn't matter at that point. But what we're going to do is take all the infantry and just start marching. And these guys are going to head out this way. And we're going to bring these guys in closer, because this is about to go down. Looks like he's sending one group of bats to deal with my skeletons, which seems dumb. Which is fine. We'll use ours to counter his bats. Just let that group clash, because he's not sending anything else forward anyway. These are spearmen, and 2 ranks is... He kept his zombies in the back, which seems like the dumbest possible plan there to me. You know, I don't know. So, we're just going to crash these guys. Let's wait for them to hit. Is this hero mixed in there, or does he have 2 different squads of people? It's weird, they have different flags for basically what's supposed to be the same unit. I don't know what's going on there. Alright, so now when the battle gets kind of chaotic, when you don't micro, that's when your people start getting confused. The double clicking starts a charge, so my Blood Knight and all these dogs, they're going to crash into these side flanks of these guys really hard. Yeah, that's not going to go well for them. Yeah, just watch that health bar dissolve. Charging enemies into these zombies. I don't think these zombies are even gonna return fire on anything really, so that should be pretty easy. The bats attacking with that, again, not a problem. They might be able to tear up the dogs a little bit because there's no armor on the dogs. And they flanked, but they're so damaged. Yeah, they're already piecing out. And 2 squads of dogs into 1 squad of zombies, as you can see, despite the putrid air coming off these disgusting zombies. They're getting shredded. They're literally, that group just died already. And the bats pieced out, so we win that fight handily. Those zombies are awful, awful troops. Like, even a bad squad of infantry against 2 squads of wolves should have held. I mean, they wouldn't have won, but they would have held. I mean, that was bad. I mean, I lost 41 units, and it seems like most of it was... I lost to a spearman, so that was probably my group of zombies. Yeah, here. Who died the most? My Blood Knights killed 51 people. These are my death. This is not showing how many I lost. It's showing how many they killed. So I lost some wolves. Probably to the bird fight. And that's about it. So as you can see, decisive victory. Super easy. Now this one I want to keep. And I want some armor. Because now I control the province. And the fun thing about controlling the province, even though this is a shitty one, with a mountain in between it, that keeps me from defending my own territory, is I'll show you in a second. Okay, so I do get the other spell as well. Let's see what else he can learn. The Resurrect. Van Hell's Dance Macabre. Speed and melee. This one's an actual damage against a single combatant, so that'd be if he was fighting another lord. And this is just a spawn another thing of skeleton warriors as an emergency melee group. Now I'm going to take this because being able to do that in a fight, like you get flanked by something you didn't see, and you pull up some skeleton spearmen in front of them, it's good times for you. Alright, so now I can upgrade some of this stuff. I do have an excess population, so now the main building, which is the main building, gives income, extra growth, upgrades how many buildings you can have. These are the most important buildings, but they only go up when you have enough population to support it, and it's going to take most of my money to build. So we're going to go and upgrade that. It's going to take a few turns. And now this is where shit matters. I now control Western Sylvania, which is these 3 territories. So because I control this region, I now can issue a commandment, which are these over here. Now these are just a permanent benefit in the area that I get for having the whole area controlled. Now you can only issue these when you control the entire area. So I don't need more recruitment. My army is full. Tax rate we might do because we are hurting for money. We don't need to grow faster because I can't afford to buy the goddamn buildings anyway. And I already have extra corruption coming in from my 2 vampire sisters. And right now public order is already raising, so I don't care about that either. If I was getting raided or losing, I wouldn't probably need that, but right now we need money, so we're going to up the tax rate, and we're going to end our turn. We're going to click fast forward, because it's not going to be clicked. I played an entire run-through on the damn tornado version of this, the vanilla map with the vortex, And when you click that, it stays. I don't know why it's unselecting on every single one of these. Might be because there's about 1,000 more people it's got to process than in the regular game, but why doesn't it stay clicked? It's one of them things. Patch that. Come on, Warhammer developer team. I don't know your name. Alright, so that's our quest done that I forgot about. We have now taken Sylvania, so we got a chunk of money for that, which is super helpful. Our next quest is to take 6 more. So, alright, it wants me to fuck shit up on this race. So, we're definitely gonna go take our home from our shitty brother, I think, is gonna be our deal here. That is him, right? Can't put, not Treppenhoff. Yeah, Manfred, that's not us. I think I said that was us earlier. That's not us. We don't show up on here, obviously. That's our shitty brother, and he controls Castle Drakenhof. And these are the other places I found. Sorry, we can get out of there. Alright, so let's see. Voldenhof Eschen. So this other place up here is his. And then I don't know where this one is yet. I apparently haven't found this yet. Which means it's probably up here somewhere, I would assume. Or back in here somewhere, which would suck. I really hope it's around here somewhere, so I have open plains to defend. Because this settlement that he's sitting on right now, which is terrifying, by the way, because I don't know why he's sitting there, short of raiding it or taking it, is the worst possible place possible, because if I'm sitting on my capital, which is where I'd want to be most of the time if I'm not at war, or if I'm defending, I can't get to this place in one turn to defend it, where these are, one march apart. It takes 2 turns to get over here to defend the city. So if I do, say, march over here to Eschen, well, which he doesn't control, I can go take that anyway, I'm at war with those people. If I wanted to go take Castle Drakenhof, he immediately can take Schwarzenegger, and can't do anything about it. So we'll keep an eye on that. I got one more infantry spot left, but I don't think I want to fill in more shitty undead. So let's get another cavalry unit. I don't think they're as good as the Blood Knights, but they're at least could balance that out. So these guys have shields, anti-large, and frenzy. These guys are anti-infantry. So these guys, I'm assuming, don't have spears. So these guys would be to charge into a flank of normal guys. These would be the ones to charge in to deal with monsters, other cavalry, things like that. And when that is done, I think after that turn we will march over here to Eschen and see if these 2 armies can hold us. They might be building up, which might be a bit of a problem, but they're also really dumb, so they might also sally forth to try and retake the castle, seeing that I'm not there. But they'll siege it, and I'll walk over, and then I'll have my garrison, my walls. It won't go well for them. Now, the problem would be, with him breaking off and not going this way, again, if they go for Schwarzenegger down there at the bottom, and I can't scroll right now, they go down here for this place, I can't do anything about it. So, in a bit, when we have some more money, we are going to recruit his wifey, because we need another army down on that other section. And then after that turn, we're going to take Eschen. Alright, so this is our Death Vampire that I put corruption points into. I don't really need any of the rest of this yet, so we're going to go ahead and give her some magic so she's not useless. And then this is the one we already put some magic into, so this is the one... We're going to put some points in this one. This is basically an explosion spell, and we want some stuff to hit large groups of enemies. And we might go ahead and max that out before even using the rest of these, because being able to nuke a group is super, super useful. It seems like it'd be very important, especially considering how shitty our frontline units are so far. And I think, can I get there without marching? I think I can just go ahead and attack this place. Oh no, I had her highlighted. That's my bad. She can move out of the army and do a sabotage, which we don't want to do. That's something I'll show you guys if we get to that point. I'll probably... Don't you raid me. What'd you move a foot for? I have to go down there and attack you. I don't know why you're chilling on my city. We're clearly not cool, bro. At least he's not raiding. If he was raiding, it'd be affecting public order. I'd have to go down there and beat his ass. And I'm currently at war with Purple, so I don't want to have to be down there beating his ass. If I take this, I'll throw Purple a peace treaty offer and see if he wants to leave me alone. This might also be his last city, so if I take this, he might just be out. Anyway, so let's find out. And again, this is insanely in our